Morning, we've just parked up in Over Beck car park down Wasdale Head, where we're just waiting for our friend Simon Lockyer, our old mountain companion. Today we're going to have a walk up that hill behind us, Yewbarrow via Bell Rib. Not sure where I'm going to go after that. I'm going to drop it down the side of Yewbarrow to Dore Head, where we'll probably both head over to Red Pike. From Red Pike I think Simon's going to do a longer route. I might drop down to Scoat Tarn, not sure yet. We'll see as we get on. So it's an absolute beautiful morning. So here he is, Simon our matter, staying at Hewitt Nuttall with Bev and Dottie. Absolute beautiful morning, mate. Yeah. So we've just come out the car park, back of the car park. There's a signpost saying Yewbarrow, and I think it's Wasdale round or something like that. And we're heading up the nose of Yewbarrow now. So the route up the nose of Yewbarrow is fairly self-explanatory. From the car park up to Bell Rib, just follow the pitched path, and then once you get up to Bell Rib there's a little bit of hands-on stuff. Just follow the path around the top of the wall here. Below us is Dropping Crag, Wastwater, what a view, the Irish Sea. This path is taking us round this crag, which Simon's chose to have a little bit of a scramble up, and this is where our hands-on stuff starts. If you've got a big dog with you, just remember he's got to be competent, know his way around a crag or two. So we're above Bell Rib now. This is Bell Rib behind us. Simon's just going over there to get a photograph off the top because it looks like a good photo opportunity. Billy's negotiating whether to go across. Oh, is he coming back? Look at that. Here he is, look. He decided not to follow Simon and have a breather in the shade. We'll continue along the path up to Yewbarrow. So as you've seen, the only scrambly bit was just below Bell Rib. So far it's been quite an easy path after Bell Rib, just more scree, zigzagging. So we've passed all the scrambly stuff now, just heading over Bull Crag, and we're not too far from the summit of Yewbarrow. We're on the summit plateau of Yewbarrow now, heading for Wainwright Summit, the true summit. It's a Wainwright and a Birkett, also a Hewitt and a Nuttall, and I think it's 628 metres. It has a Birkett summit in the north that I think slightly lower, just above Stirrup Crag. It's a warm day. So here we are, Yewbarrow Summit, 628 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Birkett, Hewitt and a Nuttall. When we get onto this summit here, I'm going to hand you over to my mate Simon, and he's going to give you a 360, because what he don't know about the fells ain't worth knowing.
So the summit, Wainwright Summit, Yewbarrow. So we got Wastwater Screes, and then Burmoor Tarn, Eel Tarn, Stony Tarn, Green Crag, and then you've got Hesk Fell, Yewbarrow, and then right in the mist in the distance you've got Black Combe. Coming back a bit you've got Stickle Pike peeking behind Green Crag, then you've got Heart of Fell there, Core to its right, and then you've got Walmer Scar and the back of Dow Crag, and then a bit nearer we've got Slight Side, Scarfell Pike, Eel Crag, and then in the foreground we've got Lingmel right across the back there, so we'll have S Pike, and then we've got Mighty Great Gable looking splendid in the sun, all the napes there, the bulk of Kirk Fell, and then Looking Stead, Pillar, Wind Gap, Black Crag, Red Pike, most of Scope Fell, haycock there, and then lank rig at the back, sea talon. You can't see Buckbarrow because Middlefell's in the way, and then back round back to Wastwater. And then we've got right over the back there, we've got Skidder, and that's probably the Newlands fells, I would think, in between. Fantastic.
It's time for Simon's traditional mountain toffee crisp moment. How long you been doing the toffee crisp, mate?
Probably about 25 years now. I might get the Leatherman out and chop these off.
Yeah. So Simon's going to continue along the ridge and head over the north summit and then down the notorious Stirrup Crag, but we don't have to do that. We got a path here to our left that traverses off the side of Yewbarrow, so I'm going to show you the easy way up and down Yewbarrow if you didn't want to do Bellrib or Stirrup Crag. And I'll meet up with Simon at the top of Dore Head. So this traverse path is clearly marked on the fell. It's not marked on the Ordnance Survey map, but it is a good descent without any technical stuff. If you so wanted to go down Stirrup Crag, it is quite a tricky scramble, especially for a dog. I wouldn't really recommend it for a dog, and I really wanted to showcase this route for those that don't like the hard stuff. You can clearly see Dore Head now and this path leading to it. My opinion of Yewbarrow, for those of you that don't like scrambling, Bellrib is an easy scramble. There's nothing technical on that. I would put it on par with the scramble up haystacks from Scarth Gap. I would say, yeah, nothing worse than that, in fact maybe easier. And this route down, very easy. It's just a nice traverse through the scree all the way to Dore Head. Few little boulders to negotiate right at the end of the path here, but as you can see, we're not too far away from the grass and out of them. There you go. We're going to wait at Dore Head for Simon to come down Stirrup Crag, where we'll ask him his opinion of the route. If anyone's going to give us a honest opinion, Simon will. And from Dore Head we're going to head up to Red Pike. I've just seen Simon, he's down Stirrup Crag, and we're going to meet in this call almost at the same time. Here he is. He's going to give us an honest opinion of what he thinks of Stirrup Crag.
Well, it's a good job you're tall, put it that way, because it's a bit of a stretch for some of them. But
yeah.
Yeah.
What about a dog? I reckon I don't want to risk it. I think most dogs, if they're not really in. Yeah, yeah.
Drops, you see, so
yeah. So we're going to go with the idea that we don't think it's good for dogs. So don't take your dog down or up Stirrup Crag.
One, you can just get rid of it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, a little dog you could carry, but
right,
a big dog, no. Yeah.
There's just like 3 big drops in it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah.
I mean, I struggled reaching the whole
right,
thing.
right. But you enjoyed it?
Being along, yeah. Certainly warmed me up, put it that way.
Me and Simon used to do all kinds of stuff together. Pinnacle Ridge, all the edges in the Lake District, some off-piste routes. Oh, we used to have some fun. Simon's decided that he wanted to wear shorts today, so he's just cutting his pants up. They're well used, them pants, eh?
Aye, yeah. I think they're probably as old as since I've been doing walking, actually.
You've had that hat a while as well.
Yes, this one, yeah. I have bought another one, but I put we got a flag from Norway, so I put that on when we were in Norway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huckleberry Finn's now got himself a pair of shorts. Yeah, look. I always knew Simon was a Bear Grylls fan, although he always favours Big Ray.
Yeah.
Big Ray Mears. So we're plodding our way up Red Pike, Dore Head and Yewbarrow now behind us. In front of us we've got Red Pike, Pillar, Kirkfell and Great Gable, and the green fields of Wasdale Head in the bottom of the valley there. One of Billy's laugh friends. Absolute no fear at all of him. Good boy. Here we are, Red Pike, Wasdale. 826 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Birkett, a Hewitt, a Nuttall, and probably a few others. Look at the drop off here. Wow. We're going to continue along the ridge of Red Pike, where we're going to drop down to the col between Red Pike and Scottfell, where we're then going to drop down to Scott Tarn, and I'm going to take the Beck back down into Wasdale, and I think I'm going to leave Simon there and he's going to continue a longer route and incorporate a few other fells for his third round of Wainwrights. I don't think he's got many left. We'll catch up to him, we'll have a crack. He can tell us. Our route today will be about 8-9 miles. Simon's a big walk. I think he's planning on something like about 14 mile. So would you prefer to be called Huckleberry Finn, Bear Grylls or Ray Mears? Huckleberry Finn? Oh, he's going to be a mess, isn't he? We just passed the guy heading up to Red Pike with his top off. He's going to get sunburned. He was a bit ginger as well, wasn't he? Just down in the collar here, we're going to take a dog leg. We're going to turn left and we're going to head down to Scote Tarn, which is just over there. So I'm going to leave Simon here. I'm going to drop down to the tarn. And where are you going to head, mate?
I'll carry on up Scote Fell and I'll go over the top and then drop to the coll between Scote Fell and Haycock, and then I'll take there's a contour path I think which cuts down, takes you across to Pots of Ashness, the coll in the centre, and then I'll go up to Sea Talon and finally Buckbarrow.
Yeah. Well,
for the last one. Right, cheers mate.
Cheers. That's a big old walk he's doing, isn't it? It's a bit dry up on them fells that Simon's heading for, so I think it's a bit of a good call to keep Billy from doing that kind of distance on a day like this. So the sketchy path runs all the way down the side of the gill following the fence posts, but we've dropped down here just to get some fresh water. This gill incidentally just comes up out the ground from nowhere. It doesn't have any source higher up, it just comes straight out the ground all the way back into the tarn. That's us down to Scote Tarn, and Billy's in. It's absolutely scorching hot down here. Is that nice, lad? We'll head past Scortan and then we'll slowly make our descent down Nether Beck. There's a lot of bog down here, you've got to be careful. The path down to Nether Beck's a little bit sketchy, but it's definitely there on the ground. That's Nether Beck just below us. Seat Allen and Middle Fell. We're going to pass this beautiful old yew tree. Stands alone in the valley by itself. It's been stunted by the elements, but it could have been here hundreds of years, this tree. Yew trees can live for thousands of years. I've no idea how old it is, but just look at that. That's an interesting crag to the right of us. We'll drop all the way into the bottom past these old sheepfolds, and then we'll cross the beck where the path on the other side will drop us back into Wasdale. As we're getting further down Nether Beck, we got some beautiful little plunge pools and jacuzzis, very inviting. Rather impressive, eh? Oh boy. Oh wow. I didn't know that pool was there. That was absolute heaven. Beautiful. Clear water. It was like the biggest jacuzzi you've ever been in. Oh, it was heaven. It was fantastic. Totally refreshed. Look at that one down there, just below where we were. That one looks even deeper. Wow. I've never explored these pools. Absolute heaven. Nice and quiet down here. I can hear someone down in the gill there. There must be gill scrambling. We're not far from the road and Wastwater now, where we've got a short trip along the road back to Over Beck Bridge. There's Yewbarrow, so it's not too far to walk. There's the mighty Scarfell and Scarfell Pike. We have another little friend of Billy's. Look at that. You're a good boy, aren't you? You're a good boy. What a fantastic, beautiful, loud moment that was, Billy. It's been a bit boggy coming down this last section of Nether Beck. Well, that's us back down on the road now. We just got a short trip up here to Over Beck Bridge where we parked. So I'm going to wrap the video up. By the time we get back to the bridge, the walk will be about 8 mile. I'd like to say thank you to my friend Simon for joining us. Absolute pleasure to see you, Mara. Enjoy the rest of your holiday with Bev and Dottie. You sure brought the weather with you. It's turning out to be a fantastic week. So yeah, goodbye from me and goodbye from our lad, the rock star, who's keen to get back to the car because he absolutely hates traffic and hates roads. So look who's down here. Cooling off after this 13 miler. Is it warm?
No, it's bloody freezing.
Oh dear, I think the Beck was probably warmer.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, cheers.
Great to see you, mate. Take care, eh?
Yeah.
See you now.
Journey home.
One last look at the Scarfells and Great Gable. Starting from Wasdale Head's Over Beck Bridge, we started the steep ascent up Yewbarrow via Bell Rib. Once past Bell Rib, we head for the summit of Yewbarrow and then we drop down the traverse path to Dore Head. From Dore Head, we carried on up to Red Pike, and from Red Pike we dropped down to Scout Tarn and then into Nether Beck, following the Beck all the way back down the valley to the shores of Wastwater, and then back to the car.